Amy, let me tell you about a magical place that is so exactly designed to be enclosed space, year-round fun for the whole family that I bet you already know what I'm going to say before I even say the name. Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Great Wolf Lodge. You got it, Amy.
My kids loved Great Wolf Lodge when we went. You probably already know that it has a huge indoor water park with a wave pool, lazy river, a bunch of massive water slides. But then your pack can hit the other attractions because, wait, there's more.
Great Wolf Lodge has adventure-packed attractions like Magi Quest, a live-action game kids can play throughout the lodge, plus the Northern Lights Arcade. Spent some quality time there, so your kid who loves the lazy river and your kid who loves fantasy games will both have a great time.
Great Wolf Lodge also offers great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. Unpack the car once and you're settled in to have fun. And with 22 lodges across the country, you're always a short drive away from adventure.
We've both had such great times at Great Wolf Lodge, so bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack. Hello and welcome to Ask Margaret from What Fresh Hell, laughing in the face of motherhood, answering your parenting dilemmas one question at a time. Today's question reads, have you ever done an episode on kid crushes? My third grader has a secret crush and wrote about it, which I found in her book bag. I think it is adorable. Any tips on how to address or ignore our kids' cute little crushes? The first thing I'll say about kids' crushes is that I think they can be kind of exciting and sometimes a little shocking for us because often this is the first time that your child is having an interaction, an experience, an emotion that you don't know about. I always remember sending my kids off, whether it was daycare when they were really little, and they would come home and use a word, and I would think, I didn't teach them that word. And there's this process, especially with little kids, where you start to hear things and you think, oh my, this is the beginning of them having some sort of internal life that I don't know about. And that's sort of shocking. So just keep that in your mind. Like, oh, this is something that starts to happen. And it's an age appropriate thing that starts to happen. There's a temptation, especially with crushes, to kind of lean in on the, oh, you have a crush, I found out about it. I would resist any urge to embarrass or tease your kid about their crush, because this is the classic example of we are seeing it from our lofty adult point of view. And we know it's kind of adorable and slightly ridiculous, but for your kid, it may feel really, really serious. So to feel that they're being laughed at about it is probably not the right approach. I have an article from parents.com that I will link in the show notes and lots of good advice on this. They talk about you may want to avoid the subject altogether or squeeze out every last detail. Try to find that sweet spot in the middle. You don't need all of this information. Spoiler alert. This is not your new son or daughter-in-law who you're meeting. This is a crush at school. And it's something that your child is navigating and you can be there to guide. But I would resist the urge to play detective. Who is it? How do you feel? A million questions. Hold kid crushes lightly because let me tell you, they may be getting married on the elementary school playground this week. And 2 weeks from now, they're onto something completely new and they've forgotten about it. So resist the urge to overcommit to your kid's crush. I would try to get a sense of how they're feeling. If it's sort of a mutual crush, what are they talking about and on what level? So you can help kind of guide that experience a little bit. And in that way, keep the conversation around this pretty general, because again, we're not going to lean into like the specifics of the situation, which may change right away. When you're talking about third grade, you're talking about fourth grade, this is pre-sexual crushes. Here's a quote from Lisa Spiegel in the Parents piece. Kids are just starting on a path of putting together the ideas of love, physical feelings, and connections. So what a crush means to a kid may be really, really different than what a crush means to a young adult. But it's still a really good time to talk about boundaries, and you have to put a pretty fine point on that. It is totally fine for you guys to feel this way and talk about it, but you are too young to be doing anything physical. You can set those boundaries for yourself. I would say nothing physical at all. Not hand-holding, not kissing, that you are too young for that, but it is okay to feel really special towards somebody. But your boundary is that nothing physical is allowed at school, after school, anywhere. And here, to be clear, I'm talking about elementary school kids. This conversation is going to change when your kids get into high school. But with little kids, it's not so serious. As parents points out, early infatuations usually don't last long, but your child may be hurt if a classmate says they don't want to be their girlfriend anymore. And this is another chance. Talk it through. This is lessons about disappointments, about changing friendships. These are things your kids are going to be dealing with, and it can be a really good entree into having these conversations and a great opportunity to share some of your experiences from childhood, point out the great qualities of their other friends who they still have, help them navigate it. Don't try to control it. That is the key to dealing with childhood crushes. Along with our other two North Stars, which are don't embarrass, resist the urge to kid your kids, and don't hold it tightly. Don't over lean into what it all means, when your kid has a little crush. I hope that helps. And friends, if you have a question for myself or Amy, you can ask them at questions@whatfreshhellpodcast.com. You can ask them on our Instagram at whatfreshhellcast or on our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/whatfreshhellcast. I got it right. And you may hear your question answered on an upcoming episode. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you all have a really happy new year. We are looking forward to an exciting 2022 on the What Fresh Hell podcast.
Stitch Fix. Shopping is hard. Let's talk about it.
I don't have time to shop for clothes.
I have to buy everything in 3 sizes to find one that fits. They know me at the post office.
Workout wear is my only wear.
Stitch Fix makes shopping easy. Just show your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. No subscription required, plus free shipping and returns.
Oh, wow. That was easy.
Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone. Take your style quiz today at stitchfix.com.